Welcome to the Morning Update. I'm Erin Ramsey. The US House of Representatives has voted for the impeachment of Donald Trump for inciting last week's assault on the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. 10 Republicans joined the Democrats in voting for the resolution, the result declared by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
The ayes are 232. The nays are 197. The resolution is adopted.
The impeachment article now goes to the US Senate, which must then decide to dismiss the charge or hold a trial. Mr. Trump's term as president ends in a week. The Queensland government is considering the use of remote worker camps to house returning overseas travellers who enter Queensland. It comes after an outbreak of the UK strain of COVID-19 at a Brisbane quarantine hotel. Anyone who isolated at the Grand Chancellor Hotel in Brisbane since the 30th of December must get tested and quarantined. Meantime, New South Wales and Victorian health officials are urgently trying to contact people who underwent quarantine at that hotel. 4 returned travellers, a cleaner and her partner, all have the same highly contagious variant of the virus. Anyone who was there since the 30th, either as a worker or in quarantine, has to isolate. And cherries are the latest Australian export to be targeted in China. They're being branded as inferior in taste and quality by Chinese state-owned media. About 30% of Australia's cherry exports are normally sent to China. To sport, a boost in confidence for 21-year-old Alec de Minaur in the lead-up to the Australian Open tennis, claiming the Antalya Championship in Turkey. Meanwhile, Bernard Tomic has claimed a berth in the main draw of the Australian Open. In the Big Bash, the Sixers have beat their Sydney rivals, the Thunder, by 5 wickets. And Marcus Harris is standing by to cover for Will Pucovski if he hasn't recovered from his shoulder injury in time for the start of the 4th test against India from tomorrow. In entertainment news, Tom Hanks is set to host a TV special to celebrate the inauguration of future US President Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. The live special will feature performances from Justin Timberlake, Demi Lovato and Jon Bon Jovi. The Duchess of York is releasing a new adult novel. Sarah Ferguson's grown-up book, Her Heart for a Compass, is based on the life of her ancestor. She says anyone who loves Netflix's Bridgerton will love her book. And there's been yet another delay in the release of the new James Bond movie No Time to Die. It was to hit cinemas in April, but after several delays last year, the studio has now decided to move it back to sometime in spring. The film is Daniel Craig's last as 007. And that's the latest from the Nova Podcasts team. We'll see you this afternoon for another episode of The Update.